Today is a very auspicious occasion. We are celebrating National Tourism Day, which is dedicated to celebrate the unique characteristics of the country. It is celebrated on 25th of January every year, and it is an important activity in a city for its economy, and to promote and create awareness about tourist spot is also equally important for the purpose of ecological, business, heritage and educational purposes. On this occasion, the theme of this year is Sustainable Journeys, Timeless Memories. So, if we see that this day is being celebrated in the different parts of the country, this year, as we are celebrating the we have completed 75 years of Republic Day, we are celebrating Bharat Parva 2024, and so the Ministry of Tourism has said that from January 23 to January 31st, as the Parva to travel to different places. I welcome you on behalf of School of Planning and Architecture. Now I would like to request a respected Director, School of Planning and Architecture, Professor Dr. Ramesh Rikonda sir, to kindly interact with you on this very important topic, that is tourism.
Good afternoon to all. So I see only the students. What happened to the faculty members? Mostly, most of them are architecture students, are planning, and as well as conservation students must have been here. MR conservation. No? Very few students, because this is such a nice occasion of National Tourism Day of 2000, especially like 24. It has got a lot of significance, especially India like ours, the country whatever we are having. It has got diversified culture and a kind of structures and historical monuments, and geographically also very sensitive and very important areas, even in terms of its culture and the natural beauty, starting from the Himalayas to Kanyakumari, and to see the length and breadth of the entire India has got different ideology in terms of the developments whatever we are doing. That too, tourism has got such an important thing. You know, like in other countries, so tourism makes much economy to them. In GDP also it is going to increase to them. It is not that just simply we protect and we conserve and document and also preserve the culture, heritage, and as well as the monuments and all other things. Other than that, it depicts what? It attracts so many people from the world coming and visiting our place. Then it generates multiple economy. You know, have you heard about a multiple economy? Have you heard about it? Just I am telling you. Because it is the one person who takes a cup of tea, who visits that particular place, that money what he spends for a cup of tea, it will be distributed not less than 40 people. Starting from the manufacturing of a cup and printing on a cup and porous material, the tea pack whatever they prepare and the milk and all other items, the same 1 rupee or 10 rupees, it is going to be having so much of multiplier effect. That is called multiplier economy. So that is one reason why we normally encourage the tourism. And then it is going to support our GDP. It is going to give the livelihood to the so many people. And at certain times, towns and states are specifically meant for the tourism state. Have you heard about it? What entire state is being declared as a tourism state in India? Have you heard about Rajasthan? Every place in the Rajasthan has got its own significance, value, and it has got a lot of importance to it. And everyone, whoever comes to India, then you know it is diversified, and even in terms of the activities, in terms of the culture, in terms of the buildings, in terms of everything, what not. Even geographically also it has got its own significance and value addition to each and every location, which attracts so many. Have you heard something about the Lakshadweep, why we are making it very strong nowadays? Do you know about the problems what has been faced by Maldives recently? Even it has got the similar kind of a natural environment and that kind of an age and woods and everything we have in Lakshadweep. And having same kind of a potential what we have there at Maldives, and we wanted to promote it, and so many people are coming up. So totally Maldives economy, which is totally dependent on tourism, that has came down to the normal. They are not in a position to make, because most of the tourist traffic goes from our India. Our population itself says about how much share we are going to have it in the world tourism economy. So tourism, and this has got a lot of importance, particularly in architects, where you can strengthen the environment, where you can attract the people, where you can have an additional value to the activity or the structure or the morphology or any kind of heritage, whatever we see, we can able to make it much more. And we do have this as a one of the item in our planning, tourism planning. How we have to really increase and improve the flow of the footfall of the tourists. If you take Hampi, there's almost like 5 lakh people visit in every year. Have you heard about Hampi? Where is it? It is in Karnataka. Such a beautiful place, like where even foreigners they visit like anything. That foreign economy, the amount of the GDP it is going to add, that really tells about our per capita income and our strength in the entire world. So it has so much of significance. So every, particularly in architecture and planning students, must understand the value of the tourism and value of this particular day. Specifically to have the memories whenever whoever visits that particular place, what he will take with him understanding about the culture, understanding about that architecture and the excellence in architecture and engineering, and also feeling about that particular space or any historical space or any other morphological or heritage oriented items. We take it as a memory and we'll go away. So this has got lot of importance. The ministry is also giving lot of importance to it, and that's the reason the theme of our tourism day also mentioned specifically to have sustainable tourism and to take certain memories out of it. So I wish you all the best, and all you people, even planning and architecture students, have got a very big role to play and understand, and also give the strength to the kind of an activities or a kind of a design or anything whatever we promote and give it to through our professional knowledge what we have. I wish that everybody should participate and talk about it, what you have in your mind, in what way a tourism can be developed, particularly in a place like in India has got so much of value addition, especially to the tourism related activities. So with this small brief, I wish you all the best. Let us celebrate and enjoy the National Tourism Day. And I hope that every person also should speak and involve and participate. And what exactly you have and thoughts of yours makes a lot of difference. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your emphasis on the multiplier effect, the contribution of GDP, the enrichment of livelihoods. The states like Rajasthan are creating marvels. Even if they don't have water, they are creating marvels due to the field of tourism. The Lakshadweep and Maldives political scenario which have been created is also a lesson for us that how important tourism can be for a country. Sir, you emphasized on the architecture and heritage conservation aspects of the places like Hampi. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening our students, and I hope city planners nowadays a lot of projects are coming in this sector of tourism, and many MNCs are also working in this sector, and you can also find a job in the tourism sector. Okay, so not only it is not only about Maldives, but it is also about certain countries like Bhutan, certain countries like Switzerland, certain countries like Bali, certain countries like Thailand, who are having a lot of contribution share of their GDP, which comes which comes through tourism. So I think tourism is a very important aspect of planning a city, and heritage conservation is also an important aspect. So with this, I would like to draw your attention to certain aspects. But before that, I would request the Dean of Student Affairs to interact with you on this auspicious occasion. Over to you, KK sir.
So no request, sir. Have volunteered to speak. For me, as I used to be an avid traveler, but in the last 10 years, things have led to some kind of lethargy, which is social and familial in nature. The family expects tourism as an ambition to continue, but then for some professional reasons we are not able to make it. But all I know is this helps in five different aspects called acquire, enliven, imbibe, oneness and unity. And when I say acquire, being on a tour or contributing to tourism planning or even by being a consumer of tourism, we acquire a lot of information and knowledge related to that place. That is one benefit. Two is enlivening. So we enliven our life or we enliven our routine by being to different places. This is common acquisition of information and knowledge, enlivening our routine or life for that brief period of time. This is common. One doesn't have to be an architect or a planner or a designer for that matter. The remaining three aspects can lead to calling for certain contributions. That is imbibe. We talked about acquire, enliven, imbibe. We are on imbibe, the third one. We as professionals in our respective domains, for our academic engagements and also professional engagements, we are expected to imbibe the cultural values or the traditional values of that place, irrespective of being a planner or an architect or a designer per se. Unless we imbibe the values, be it cultural, be it attitudinal, the purpose of visiting and meeting new people is half fulfilled only. So we expect that when we meet people, we imbibe, we study that culture as part of our academic work, and that gives us a chance to imbibe certain parts of certain relevant parts of that. Then we have oneness. Only when we are able to spend or honor the local culture and their small, short nuances, we won't be able to develop that sense of belongingness. We can merge with them, we can interact with them even without words, only when we explicitly show that we have an honor for what they are, how different or how similar they are with reference to the visitor, that is we. The last one is unity. With the help of this acquisition, enlivening, imbibing and working towards that oneness with the people or with oneness with the place that we go, we will be able to foster unity, which is definitely expected from people who engage themselves in community participation as their professional endeavors. These, as per me, as an extempore, are the five different attributes that tourism can offer or architects and planners can offer to tourism in return. And these are acquire, enliven, imbibe, oneness or unity, and coincidentally they start with the letters of A, E, I, O, U. Like A, E, I, O, U, the five vowels which are integral to the composition of a sentence or constructing a meaningful sentence in a language called English, how inevitable it is or how difficult it is to form a sentence without these. Such is the importance of those vowels or their presence in the English language, having something called 26 alphabets. So tourism exposition or exploration would facilitate or help us to garner these attributes and devote our interest towards that. So AEIOU connects a language with also an attitude called architecture or planning or design. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Acquire, enliven, imbibe, oneness, unity, AEIOU, how this vowels complete a sentence. I think this AEIOU also completes life, because your life will not be there without traveling to different places and acquiring the innovative things among the different places, the craft, the culture, the language, the heritage, built, tangible, intangible, etc. So now, what is the plan for today is we will show you two videos. The theme of this year is sustainable journeys and timeless memories. So there will be two videos which will be played on the screen. I would request you to watch those videos. They are very short videos, like maybe not more than 5 minutes, both put together. So you can go through these videos, and then I will open the dais for discussion that how it is important for you as planners and architects to to really work towards betterment of tourism and tourism industry. So I request to kindly play the videos. So this is the first video related to India, Tamil Nadu. So the next video is about Switzerland.
How far we've come. Our curiosity has taken us around the planet. We've traveled over land, water, and through the air with fire in our hearts. We used to travel to arrive. Now we travel for its own sake. Here in Switzerland, we've created endless hiking trails, spectacular bridges, and built cable cars that reach the highest peaks. We've always cared deeply for nature. Our love for nature is in our DNA. Sustainable travel comes naturally to us. What others see as a distant goal, for us, comes as standard. It's time to give this standard a name. We call it Swisstainable. Swisstainable stands for excellence. Swisstainable serves as a blueprint because we know that when nature is left untouched, the more it can touch us. And that's something worth preserving for generations to come. It's time for a new way of traveling. Over land and water, through the air, with plenty of fire in our hearts.
So these were the two actually United Nations World Tourism Organization prepares one video per country for every year. This year also they will prepare the videos, but last year, these are last year's video. Like for India, this year Tamil Nadu states was representing, and every country is having their video in it. You can just visit the UNWTO YouTube page and watch many such videos, engaging videos. So now I would like to open it up to you that what is the role of architects and planners in the process of tourism planning. So if I would request you to please come on the dais, or the mic can come to you. You think it's fine?
Hello. 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 I think for planners and architects, it's really important. But tourism is really important because we need to provide for the tourist incoming into that city or into that country. We need to provide them.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I what I think is like for planners and architectures, tourism is really important for us as we need to for the tourists coming to the country or to our particular city, we need to provide them the infrastructure so that they can feel safe and like providing them more hotels like in a few cities which are completely based on tourism like Varanasi or pilgrimage sites. They need more hotels, more restaurants so that they can stay there and travel and to. That's what I think planners and architects really need to are really important for tourism in this aspect.
Hello. Okay, thank you. So others also can please contribute. close. Hello, hello. Working. Okay, so I request anyone who is interested, you can hold the mic in this way and then you can speak. The mic should be a bit closer to your.
Sir, I think planning and architecture should be done so much specifically for the tourism, because if you plan some city in a way, if you don't plan a city, then tourism will not be there. If you plan a city very well, then tourism will automatically come there. And architecture, designing the buildings and the way they design them, make them tourism places or not. So tourism and planning are much related. They're so important for the tourism.
So I think planning and architecture is important because it enhances the tourism and sustainable infrastructure. So people will come and visit there, and it enhances the GDP also. If we plan a city well, then people will be always ready to visit there and stay there.
Master's student.
So, tourism, like planning and architecture is very important for in various aspects. Like there are different kind of tourism that are present, like religious tourism, relaxation tourism, mass tourism. So different kinds of tourism needs different kind of infrastructure for that. So to like to like have and like to promote that tourism, like to get that place. So what we have to do, we have to plan accordingly. If we plan accordingly, like suppose in this video we saw that the weavers or the like craftsmen are having they are a way to promote tourism. So what we do, if we plan one good infrastructure where we can incorporate all the, or we can place all the craftsmen or craftspeople, or that the people who are weaving saris, like in Benares, like there are craftsman village over there where people are weaving sari. So if the infrastructure is degrading over there, as a result the economy also will affect the tourism, and the, like vice versa. So if we have a proper infrastructure related to planning and architecture, that will definitely promote the tourism, and it will not only affect the economy, it will generate employment, and it will also attract other people from not only within India, also from abroad, to visit our places and enhance the culture and heritage.
Thank you, Priyanka. Guru Vishwas, I would request you to please.
So before opinionating this aspect, I would like to put forth a concept where evidence informed tourism planning is there. So this aspect is also promoted by, as Sir said, UNWTO, United Nations World Trade Organization. So this particular concept is promoted everywhere, like Ireland, Switzerland. For example, if we look at the video of this Tamil Nadu particularly, there tourism aspects were focusing on to the people and their different occupations. So this is where they try to show what is their evidence with respect to tourism that they have, so that they can promote tourism. As a planner, UNWTO promotes this concept to be established or utilized by all the countries throughout the world. So this concept in particular, how we can utilize it is something, is what Tamil Nadu right now is experimenting on it. So once this is established, there is also an particular aspect where we can monitor how this is impacting or how this is promoting tourism as a whole, contextualize it to a city, to a nation or world level. So here is where a planner and an architect come in and pitch in their roles to formulate these frameworks and establish them and promote tourism as a whole to increase the GDP of our country in particular to that sector.
Thank you, Guru Vishwas. It is a really important an input from you related to this. I would request Rajesh to please.
Hello. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. As director sir said, tourism has multiple effects. Like this is one of the major important sector that it create n number. I mean n number of opportunities, and even it create a lot of employment opportunities for employment opportunity for the various sectors of the people. So if 1 rupee spent on any tourism purpose, it will have a multiple effects on overall economy of the country. So many countries in the world depends on the tourism. Like many countries, their contribution of the tourism sector is like even more than 30 to 40% of their GDP. For example, if you see, if you can take as a Dubai as an example, earlier the dependency of the Dubai is purely on the oil and gas sector. But now, if you see the contribution of oil and gas sector in Dubai economy is not even 5%. So the rest of the economy is completely dependent on the tourism sector. So that level of opportunity that tourism sector possesses in countries like India, if we have a n number of diverse tourism locations, like we have a historical sites, we have long coastlines, we have Himalayas, mountains, we have deserts, and even the culture that we have that can be showcased to the world from. So, and also we need not to depends on any foreign tourist. I mean, if we develop the good sides within the country, also we are able to sustain our own people. So that is the level of thing. So one of the major thing that India tourism suffers is the quality of the places. Like most of the places that we visit, they are not maintained properly, or the kind of the attractions, we fail to create some of the attractions. So here planners and architects play a significant role. At least we can design well, or it is can be accessible to all section of the people, and at least it can promote the sustainable tourism part of it. So there is a immense potential for the tourism development as a planners and architects. Now tourism ministry and even they are continuously involving planners and architects for preparation of tourism development plans and other things. So there are a lot of opportunities for the planners and architects in tourism sector. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Rajesh. Now I request Faiza, na? Faiza to please.
Sir, I think like being a planner, I think planning and tourism field is like interrelated to each other. A place which become tourist place is like, if the place is planned well, it always becomes a tourist spot, and if it is a tourist spot, it actually means the place is planned well. So they both are actually interrelated to each other.
Yes. So thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to speak? Prakash Raj, you will speak.
So actually, planners and architects are have to collaborate to create sustainable and visually appealing tourist destinations, incorporating natural and cultural characteristics into master plans. Architects design tourism infrastructure such as hotels, resorts, and visitor centers and transportation hubs, ensuring they meet functional requirements and enhance the visitor to experience by blending in with the environment. Planners and architects prioritize sustainability in tourism development, promoting eco-friendly constructions, methods, and renewable energy sources to reduce environmental impact and promote responsible tourism worldwide.
Yes, hello.
Uh, when we are talking about tourism and the role of architects, uh, the idea might be only on the building new structures and designing newer buildings, which might attract people, tourists, everyone. But we also need to think about uh, protecting the heritage of the place, and we need to uh, conserve the existing buildings old, like our India is a country with vast heritage, and when we are talking about architects building new things, we also need to think about architects saving the older ones and protecting them. uh, this is what I think architect also has a role in increasing the tourism.
Yes, indeed, architects do have a role to play in making the cities better, and then by having a tourism infrastructure. I would now request head of the Department of Architecture to kindly interact with us all related to this very important aspect, National Tourism Day.
Good afternoon all. Of course, very short duration. Now, what was the last tourist place you have ever visited? Recent, other than of course our campus. Come on. Any one place? Well, particularly because at times what? Purposefully when we are on a tour, on a family tour or something like that, then we have some kind of an expectations. Then we go to a particular place for a purpose, whether be it religious, be it leisure, be it maybe something else. But thing is, each of this trip may have a particular purpose for which we are going. We will be going normally. This time, recently 2-3 days ago, I read. This time, it did not snow in Kashmir. Can we believe that? For more than 40 years in the known history, in Kashmir, there was no snow this time. Not even now, till today. Last 40, 45 days, 50 days. Imagine we have invested money, time, taken leaves, made travel as a total family. We have planned, we went there. We want to have a very good time because those are all memories in our life, right? So then, suppose if we don't get what we are expecting. So then, next time, as an individual tourist, we may spread the word of mouth. Arey bhai, last we went, so next time the choices may be different. Now, point is, now if we see from the other side, now the tourist destination side. Now, as an individual, I may be a one single family or group of small 4 or 5 families like that. But now suppose if we think from the other side, if a sustained tourism place, then soon what would be the changes, physical changes? Infrastructure would be changed. People, many of the people might have translated their places into hotels or any other physical infrastructure in to serve the expected incoming people. So therefore, sooner maybe larger amounts of their maybe savings or their basically their monies, their funds are translated into investments into hotels or restaurants or any other skiing spots or maybe motor ride, boat ride, whatever it may be. But suppose that means they are waiting for people to be served. So then if people are not coming in reasonably good numbers, so then there could be a point of time where whether to run the service or not to run. Imagine a movie theater, you have a 800,000 capacity theater and then only 50 turn up. Whether to run the show or no show, job. It's a risk. So, especially when more and more tourist destinations, when the other side have already committed into full scale or physical infrastructure, expecting people to be, suppose you are a hotel owner, and then for 2 or 3 seasons people are not coming. Then it's a lose-lose situation to both sides. Now then as a government, because ultimately when we as individuals are not in a position to look after ourselves, then the government's role may start. Then they have to take care or something like that. Because that's what happens if somebody buys a home on loan and then they are not in a position to repay. It's a non-performing asset. Same is the case when people have invested lots of money, because especially business, that means they might have gone for loans and many other things too. Because we are, why all of this? Yes, very much. But point is, the moment when we are talking about physical infrastructure, definitely the finance is the matter. Definitely, because, imagine we have invited some people to home for dinner or lunch. We thought that around 10 people will come and we have prepared. Suppose 25 people come. That is one scenario. Or say we have the next time, no, last time it happened, this time we really make things for 30 or 50 people. Only 3 people came. What will happen? Same is the scenario for many of these physical infrastructure, isn't it? So therefore, when things are getting committed in terms of buildings and other infrastructure like roads, other supporting infrastructure, or maybe high, what is it called? Just before Gunturu, there was one island. Are you aware? Do you think that it's so many acres of land and so many things? It's a huge investment. It's So then, suppose as long as a good number of people are thronging, then that's very helping to the GDP. And so, any coin also has two sides. So, as being architects or being the combo of, because we have to work in tandem, hand in glove, so that what we are constructing is not too much, just apt. Because if we are constructing, if we are over constructing, then also is an issue. That's where the originality of the place may be gone. Lambasingi, let us say. Now it's a wonderful, fabulous place. Okay, right now it is a lot of camping is happening. But sooner or later somebody may get an approval. Bana do. And then suppose how many of you Kulu Manal, any place for that matter, say even Shimla or any other places where we are thinking to be one with nature, and then you go and it is also filled with a lot of buildings, or so that is where probably when carrying capacity is overwhelmingly taken for a ride, then the place may lose its speciality. Therefore, generally as being architects and planners, let's be sensitive so that what is the demands be persistent. As long as that is, because we also must be aware some of the beaches in what is it called in near like maybe in Malaysia or some of the places, they have banned no tourism for 2 or 3 years during the COVID times, and COVID really helped some of the tourist destinations to again breathe back. They could a little bit bounce back, some of the natural bounty. So therefore, because we have learned a lot specific to this human habitat, correct? We being architects and planners, we are being trained to have a measured approach. Correct? Too much we don't know. Too little we cannot cater. Same is the case. Suppose if you are going to any other places, the way we are having traffic jams, the way we are having all the noxes, carbon monoxide, dioxide, this, that, all noxes, everything is there. Also it is there. Then we may really think, अरे क्यों आए हम लोग यहाँ पे? Anyway, so then again we can one more time, because more and more places also become identified, because maybe people are not happy with the existing ones, or maybe there is no more tourism interest in that. If it is a pleasure tourism, and then we also have medical tourism, we also have education related, or it's it's always evolving. So we can be sensitive, and seriously, most of the investors or developers, maybe they have to be advised also. So this size is apt. Beyond that, we may be endangering our own selves in some time. We can go in a phased manner, or more importantly, whether it is Goa or maybe those are very highly established places, but otherwise it can be a what is it called, other approach where local habitants will host part of their homes, like how we have borrowed the idea or whatever. So instead of creating a lot of new infrastructure, existing home, people of existing homes, maybe one or two rooms. Likewise, we are aware, in so many places it is happening. So probably there could be some kind of, so it may be, so even we should be dare enough to suggest those aspects as well, probably. So that creating too much of new also can be endangering the very what is it called, the tourism potential of that particular place. So anyway, so I just thought I should express. So yeah, good, thanks.
Really, sir, it was very nice. Yes, it was a very nice expression and conscious decision making as planners and architects, and even as fellow citizens of this country and Mother Earth. I think Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is there. So even if you go and pollute to some other country, ultimately the world is going to get polluted. So we have to be very, very conscious once we are taking our decisions related to tourism and otherwise also. Anyway, so under the aegis of the Dean of Student Affairs and the Yuva Tourism Club, which is formed in our institute since a couple of months now, we are celebrating this event. I would like to express my thanks to respected Director Professor Dr. Ramesh Rikonda sir, Dean Student Affairs Dr. Krishna Kumar sir, along with that head of the Department of Architecture, and all the students who are attended, also the IT section and also the engineering sections for making all the necessary arrangements here, and the students who have interacted and elaborated on this very important topic. I was thinking to call someone, but then I was thinking that instead of calling someone, why don't we express ourselves and identify how we can contribute for better tourism planning. And naturally, I think we have got good inputs. So with this, we would like to conclude this program, and maybe we'll have such kind of interactions and some workshops related to tourism more frequent under the aegis of Yuva Tourism Club and Dean Student Affairs in the future. So,
how many of the people
presently, whoever are present here, these people are there, 6, 7. I think you people, they are the members of the, they used to study the subject. So I think apart from Guru Vishwas, this 5 and Rajesh, Yasin and when there was an elective about the tourism, I hope you remember that there was a club which was being formulated for the students. So it was formulated to bit later end. So
what activities do you plan, sir, through this club?
Yes. So what activities we are going to plan? We were planning to have a workshop by the Joint Director Capacity Building of AP Tourism Corporation. Related to tourism. Her name is Dr. Naidu, so Dr. Naidu madam. So she will be coming shortly to interact with you for a half-day workshop or one-day workshop, and she will tell you that what kind of activities AP Tourism is going to is rather doing, and what kind of employment generation probabilities are there for planners, sir. Already our masters first year students are doing some kind of an internship along with AP Tourism Corporation. We also have an MOU with them. So the students are also getting paid for that stipend. So there are certain our institute students, not club, they have not started to learn this subject. They are also getting this certain kind of a stipend for the work. So basically they are developing certain tourist spot and they wanted architects who can do some rendering and all those things. Also certain beaches are being developed. Bapatla beach is there, or Rishikonda beach is there, and so many beaches because Andhra is having a big coastline. So all those activities actively, passively are going on. But this workshop, I am looking forward that Dr. Naidu, who is the Director of Capacity Building at AP Tourism Development Corporation, is going to come and interact. So maybe after your mid-semester exams, we will have that workshop at our campus. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will try to find out some resource persons in that institute as well, and we will see to it that event also happens. So I hope you would have understood the importance of and role of architects and planners in the field of tourism. With this, I would like to declare this program has been concluded. Thank you.